During this week's training, we will be going over affirmative action. Our agenda for this training session is to go over what is affirmative action. We will talk about the advantages or successes of affirmative action. We'll then move on to what monitoring is involved in this process. And lastly, we will focus on how you as leaders can assist with affirmative action. First, what is affirmative action? Affirmative action is an equal opportunity employment, or also known as positive discrimination. Affirmative action was implemented to prevent discrimination on the basis of color, religion, sex, or national origin. In addition, it is used to recruit and advance qualified minorities, women, disabled individuals, and veterans. Affirmative action is necessary to prevent discrimination, advance minorities, and to address biases that exist in the workplace. It has to be used by federal contractors and subcontractors. In addition to preventing discrimination and encouraging advancement of these individuals, affirmative action includes training and outreach programs to help employers understand about advancing these individuals. Lastly, if an employer has a written affirmative action plan, it must be kept on file and needs to be updated on an annual basis. Now that we understand what affirmative action is, we need to look at the advantages or successes with affirmative action. There are many success stories to having an affirmative action plan as a company, other than being required of federal contractors and subcontractors. Affirmative action plans benefit real people through education and training of employers to presenting real opportunities to individuals that may have previously been passed over. Some of the successes include breaking the glass ceiling for women, who have gone from 10.2% of officials and managers in 1970 to 29.9% in 1993. Minorities and women have gained access to fields they previously had little to no presence in, such as the construction industry. Disabled individuals and veterans are more likely to find employment with affirmative action plans in place. Success stories include call centers utilizing these individuals. In addition, with affirmative action requirements in place, employers have been forced into reviewing employment practices and as a result have implemented training systems to avoid or correct discrimination in the workplace. Now that we have an understanding of what affirmative action is and what the advantages are to having an affirmative action plan, let's take a look at the monitoring involved. Federal contractors with an affirmative action plan are subject to compliance evaluations from the OFCCP. These are conducted to verify their compliance with equal opportunity and non-discrimination requirements. These evaluations can come in 4 forms. The first is a compliance review, which is a comprehensive analysis of all aspects of hiring and employment practices. It begins with a desk audit and includes an on-site audit. The second is an off-site review, which involves going through files with a desk audit and reviewing portions of the company's records. Another evaluation is focused review, which is an on-site audit focused on one or more employment practices of the company. Lastly is a compliance check, which determines if the proper records have been maintained, and this can be done on-site or off-site. So given all this information, what can you do as a leader to assist with affirmative action? First, even if it's not legally required, encourage your company to actively participate in an affirmative action plan and to take it seriously. Seek out and participate in training and outreach programs that involve affirmative action. At all times, but particularly in interviewing and hiring, practice non-discrimination and look for opportunities for positive discrimination. This would involve opportunities where a minority, woman, veteran, or disabled individual can be hired into a position. Also, participate in and encourage employee support programs of these groups. In conclusion, if implemented and executed properly, affirmative action plans can have a great deal of success and at the end of the day benefit the company with a more diverse workforce. You, as a leader, play an important supportive role in this process, and after this training, you should be able to know what your role is and understand it.